And it says we are live. It's Thursday night, our usual home. We were off last week by a night because I gotta adjust this a little bit because I had other things to do last Thursday night. So it's been a little longer than usual. Have you missed me? Because I missed you guys. Of course, I'm here. You're beautiful. That must mean it's time for GotBot Goes Live. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe. And while you're at it, light them up, baby, and hit that notification bell. It helps me out a ton. It lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that in the description down below. Also in the description down below. And if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. You can check us out on Teespring. You can see what we have to offer to you through Patreon. You can hit the join button right here on YouTube and become a channel member. And we have a lot of news. Actually, we don't have a lot of news, but we do have some interesting news to cover tonight. I'm just going to get things set up. Hope you guys are having a tremendous week. Today has been a day. It's just one of those days where, you get every red light. There were times I was trying to do things on my computer at work today, and it just didn't want to cooperate. And then I don't know if there's a full moon or something. So many kids in my class today, they knocked their leg, or they knocked their head, or they knocked their arm, and then there were the ones who they cut themselves. I need a Band-Aid. It was a day. I'm glad that tomorrow is Friday. I'm glad that I'm here with you guys because that always makes me feel better as well. Let's do that. And I'm going to start doing that. Let's see here. Bear with me a moment as I get set up here. You guys know how this goes, unless you're new here, in which case you don't know how it goes, and I'm sorry. But me getting set up it's always part of us getting on the go here. Always part of us getting on the go with the show. And I'm almost done. I'm almost there. Let's go down here. All right. Hey, Dragonfly. Happy you're here, buddy. Hope things are going well for you. Hey, Mike. Hey, Ultra Megatronus. Grandiosa. Like it, man. I like that. Grandiosa. That's a good name. Grandiosa 86. Hey, man. I got the Kingdom Sideswipe set today. So jumped on it. Hold on. They're cheap. I got one thing to... Honestly, I don't mind the Sideswipe set. Here's the thing. I like that Sideswipe because it's the one I was waiting for over the Siege, personally. And I like the Skywarp. Not that I needed a maximal Skywarp, but I ain't got nothing against it. I love the mold. I like it for Pterosaur. I like it for Air Razor. I like it for Skywarp. I know people have had issues with wing breakage and stuff. All three of mine are fine. Honestly, I'm quite happy with that mold in my experience. But of course, that's not to say everyone is, right? Polo. There you go. Blue knows what I'm talking about. Hey, Razor Bear. Hey, Ken. Power gloves are coming. We'll talk about that. Hey, Jay. Hey, Marcus. Let's see. Got your what? Prime sticker? Your Prime sticker. Oh, yeah, you got your Prime. Look at that. So you did. I think you're the first one to get the Prime sticker. As we go down here. And if I miss stuff, of course, guys, I apologize. Hey, Paul. Looking forward to Blitzwing. My life seems like that right now. Red light, green light. I'm exhausted. Man, I hear you. I hear you, buddy. The Blitzwing is a mixed bag for me. I'm not getting it. Just so we're clear, I'm not getting it. And I'll explain why. And it's not even that I hate it or anything like that. But I do have to address the good and the bad, so to speak, from my perspective with the Blitzwing. But I'm not over the moon. Now, to be fair, before I get into any of that, before I get into that news, I wasn't that impressed with the Astro Train either. It's not that it's bad, but it's not the Astro Train for me. It's not that this Blitzwing is bad. It's not the Blitzwing at all for me, not even a little bit. But we'll talk about that in a little bit when I get caught up here. I got Legacy Bulkhead today. He's every ounce as dumb and glorious as I thought he would be, and I needed that. I'm not planning on getting the Bulkhead either. I'm not impressed with it. There's so much with Legacy that I'm like, this isn't a good line. I'm not impressed by 95% of it. I'll explain it. I'll explain it because it sounds very, what's the word I'm looking for? Defeatist to say it. And that's not really what it is, but like, I have to kind of explain my thinking with it. Skids will be here next Monday. Cool for you. I'm not sure how you're getting skids next Monday, but I'm happy for you, man. I want an Earth Mode deep cover. I wouldn't hold my breath for it. It might happen, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Not a significant enough of a character, and we just got one in Siege. I think might, but I wouldn't hold my breath for it. Pterosaur for funniest figure of 2022 so far. Funniest? Why funniest? Oh, funnest. Funnest. I'm sorry, funnest. Probably for me. Now, I know he's had a lot of issues. I get it. He's had a lot of issues. Blitzwing's not for me either. It looks like it got pontoons. We'll talk about that. It is a seaplane. I see what you did there. I love the Mechanic Studios toys the best. Astro Train is one of my favorites. I don't get it. I don't understand why people say Astro Train is one of their favorites. I don't get it. Like, I explicitly gave mine away because it's not the Astro Train for me. It's too small. It doesn't have a fun transformation. The shuttle looks like garbage. The train looks good. The robot is lackluster. The legs are like, why is the thigh so small and the lower leg so chunky monkey? It's not the Astro Train for me either. I reviewed it and I'll talk about it. I don't get one of their favorites. I'm not seeing what some people see, I guess. I like my Combiner Blitzwing. I think you mean Titan's Return Blitzwing. Bulkhead is pretty good in your opinion. Of course, but Jay, you like it all. I mean, you like Astro Train, and that's not that good. Oh, it's Amazon being sent out early. Cool. Congratulations, man. Legacy Bulkhead. Coming off of the Warp Cybertron trilogy. Just put out Legacy. Looks cheap and a huge step backwards. Okay, so we got to kick off with the news. And I know that the hottest topic is going to be this Bulkhead. Or not Bulkhead, this Blitzwing. So let's get that piece of news out of the way right away. So I'd heard, of course, for a long time, I reported here for a long time ago that Blitzwing was coming out. I knew it was going to come, but I didn't have high hopes because the Astro Train, to me, here's the problem that I got with Astro Train. One, I feel like the shuttle's unfinished. There's panels or something missing there with part of the shuttle. Two, I felt like the robot had certain articulation limits that I didn't like. The arms felt a different quality plastic than the rest of the robot to me. And while I did like the head and I liked the deep purple and I even liked the gray color scheme, I didn't enjoy any of the transformations going to any of the modes. I didn't find it fun. I didn't find it enjoyable. I found it finicky and fiddly. Even in the review, there were pieces with the train that I forgot and missed because there's so many like little fiddly pieces that I don't like. I didn't like all of the junk that came with them. However, had he been sold as a Voyager, which is what he is, let's make no mistake, even with all of that junk, he's only, I believe he was 212 or 292. I don't remember which one was 212 and which was 292 between him and Shockwave. But neither is a traditional leader with the size. And you didn't need any of that junk that he came with. It served no purpose. It added no value. You should have just sold him as a Voyager. I got mine for $50 Canadian, and I still felt like I overpaid for that Astro Train. It did not feel like a $50 value to me. It's not bad, but it was vastly overpriced, at least here in Canada. And I got it on sale. I cannot imagine paying the full $70 that he went for, $69.99 at the time. I could not fathom how anybody would ever pay $70 for it plus tax and say, yeah, they got their money's worth. I can't. so far removed from where you are, if that's how you feel, that I can't even understand your point of view. That's where we're to with it. Then I saw this Blitzwing, and my first thought was, that's a pretty all right looking Voyager. I'm not a big fan of the backpack. I see the treads, and then they have the little rolly tires, and the little rolly tires are the beigey color. Why didn't you make those the same color as the treads so you don't really notice them? Then I said, the deep purple is nice, but the beigey color looks real, like dollar store knockoff cheap. It's probably not, but the look of the plastic looks really, really cheap to me. Then I saw the plane mode, and I was like, that's an awful plane mode. From the top, it looks okay, but that's an unforgivable amount of kibble underneath. And this is coming from a guy that realizes the kibble that, like, Combiner Wars Silverbolt had. And I still think that this is worse than that. Then I saw the tank, and I was like, that's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. But some people said it's animation accurate. There are pieces of the animation where you do have that, like, nose cone section that you can see. However, the panels above the nose cone section are the beige color of the tank, not purple. There is no purple along the side of the tank. Both of those usages of purple are inaccurate. The little wings on the back apparently are fake. The chest is apparently fake. Why is it that it's okay for fake pieces to be on Blitzwing? And people say, this is wonderful. But when it's been used on other characters, people have said, that's unforgivable. Why did you put a fake chest on Mirage? Then I remembered that this Blitzwing is not a Voyager. It is Leader. And Leader here right now for Legacy is slated to be $84.99. And then I looked at the Blitzwing, and literally all I saw flashing in front of my eyes is $85, $85, $85, $85, $85. I don't see $85 in value there. I could be wrong. Maybe there's a lot of mass inside of it. Maybe it's really dense. Like a lot of people said, Galvatron was a Voyager. Galvatron is actually, by definition, a leader because of the mass. Maybe this guy will have the mass. I feel like he's not going to. I feel like the beige plastic used is going to be lightweight and thin. I could be wrong. And the red fists, hands, I don't know, the Energon combiner hands, that's what they remind me of. I don't see that they add any value whatsoever. Who's ever in a billion years going to use such a useless accessory? My initial instinct is that this should have been a Voyager. I feel like the backward motion of the arm will be hindered. I feel like standing up is going to be rough because I suspect he's going to be back heavy. I'm not a fan of the tank. I'm not a fan of the plane. And I'm only in about the robot because something with the head looks off to me. I think it's the visor looks too big to me. It looks like there's like a line going through the visor. I'm not digging it. I'm not for a leader. For a Voyager, I would probably say, you know what, it's pretty darn good. But I can't now look at it with the valuation of a Voyager because I'm pretty certain it's supposed to be selling for a leader price point. And I'm not seeing it. I didn't see it with Astro Train. I didn't see it with, I don't see it with Blitzwing. You know, and people have said, some people came out and said, yeah, but the engineering. I got news for you. Here's a triple changer that had a lot of engineering to it as well. Voyager. Astro Train also had a ton of engineering. Voyager. Not the Siege one, the Titan's Return one. Let's talk more recent. Why is, for example, Blitzwing a leader, but Springer was a Voyager? He's a triple changer, and he got a ton of engineering. I think it's, and I've said this before, I feel like it is probably okay, but I think it's mispriced. I think it's mispositioned in the market. Now, again, that being said, I like the generations. I did not have the yellow paint scrape like a lot of people did. My face flipping gimmick worked just fine. And my shoulders were the easiest fix in the world. I don't know why people complain about the shoulders. It's a few screws, take them out, sand it down, put them back together. Boom, shoulders are fixed. It's simple. If I can do it, and I can barely hammer a nail in the wall. If I can do it, I can guarantee you can do it. 100% you can do that fix. And he's like gangbusters. He has a great tank, he has a great plane, and he has a great robot. The only thing that was wrong with him was that the thigh was really short and the lower leg was really long. And he was stylized. The Titans return, my Titans return, I'll admit, he's not perfect either. As a matter of fact, I find the tolerances on the legs when you're trying to collapse them for transformation quite challenging. And when I was first fiddling with this guy, both of his arms fell off. They were pinned in, but obviously they weren't pinned in well enough. Both of his arms fell off. I fixed the pins. I'm only on the Titans return. I'm only on the Generations, and I look at the new one, and I'm like, I don't see the value. I struggle with the Blitzwing. I have the Titans return in my collection because one of the scraplets inherited and took my other Blitzwing, took my Generations. So that left me with the Titans return. I don't see me replacing it. Now, to be fair as well, with my Titans return, let's be honest, I put the purple up here. I put the purple on his arms. I colored his face silver. I colored his feet purple. So, like, I even put the white on his kneecaps that he should have. I did a ton here to make him accurate. A ton. I really, really did. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to each their own, I suppose. But I don't feel the new one. I wish I did. I wish I felt the excitement that some of you feel, but I just don't. I just don't. Let's see what you're saying about it before I move on with the other news. I wanted to get that out of the way. Here's my feeling on, honestly, people aren't going to like when I say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. I feel like that this is nothing more than Hot Rod for 2022. And you know what I thought about Hot Rod? It's not a Voyager. You can lie to yourself. You can look in the mirror and lie to yourself and say, it's a Voyager and I'm happy with it. But it's not. Mathematically speaking, it is not. The math doesn't support it. The facts don't support it. Your subjective desire might support it. And that's fine if that's how you do business. It's not how I do business. I need to see the facts and the math. Same here. Maybe your subjective stance will say this Blitzwing is totally worth it. And if that's how you do business, that's your business. I got to look at it and say, where is my $90 or $80, $85 worth of value here? Where is my $85? If I can't see that, then I'm not buying it. It's really, really simple as that. And I feel like Hasbro have, quite frankly, priced themselves at the market. Their stuff isn't selling. The shelves are clogged with it. There's a reason that we still have Wave 3 Kingdom on the shelf. There's a reason that shelves are clogged, and I mean clogged, with old Cyberverse stuff. There's a reason why you can still get the red Optimus Primal, because it hasn't sold. They put it on clearance and it hasn't sold. They overpriced the Beast Wars reissues. They haven't sold. Walmart here already got them on clearance. You've priced yourself at the market, Hasbro. You need to find a different way to do business internationally. Or maybe they're deliberately trying to downsize their international business. That's also a possibility. Maybe this is a way for them to say, well, we're not selling in that market. Also a distinct possibility. In fact, I plan to put up a discussion on Patreon exploring that exact question. I don't think I put that up yet. Let's go up here a bit and see what you guys are saying, though. It's not for me. I'm not impressed with it. I'm not blown away with it. I don't even think it looks that good. It looks cheap. I hate to say it. I'm sorry to say it, but it looks pretty cheap to me. I'm wanting Blitzwing. From what I see, it looks better than Titans Return. I don't know what you're seeing that looks better, Dragonfly. If it looks better to you, cool. Nothing about it looks better to me. I'd like to know. I'm going to legitimately ask you, what looks better to you about it? Still like the Astro Train. I saw Skywarp and what? Is that supposed to be Magnus? 2-pack? What? Earlier at your local game store, a Skywarp and Magnus 2-pack. Was that from like Chug like a long time ago? Is it me or did the Legacy Bulkhead's arms look bigger in person than in picture? I wouldn't know. I haven't seen them. Legacy is not in my country yet. Or at least it's not in my province. As far as I know, it's not in my country. I got lots of arguments over the Blitzwing and people saying that the TR one is trash. Mine is awesome, no issues with it. Or the Megatron version. I got both. I think that there's a lot of people out there who have a serious addiction problem to plastic and really need treatment. If I'm, again, being quite frank, you got to stop and look at the actual value of stuff sometimes and not base it all, man, on just your desire. I want it. It's your money. I get all that. But the thing is, everyone's actions affect everyone else, right? Like your actions, if you buy this and you support this and you send the message that, yeah, a Voyager for a liter price is acceptable, they're going to keep doing it. And even now, even if you support it, and a lot of people do, there's also a growing segment of the population of fandom that are saying enough is enough. I'm out. That's worrisome to me. When I say this, I don't say it because I have a hate on or anything like that. I say it because I want our franchise that we love to have the longevity of, Doctor Who, and the longevity of Star Wars, and the longevity of Star Trek. And if it boils down to a corporate greed that is going to price fans out, then to me, that's a problem. I hope it doesn't come to that. I really don't, but I don't feel good about it. I wish I did. I bought another RC, no QC issues, but still work. Why would you buy another RC? Hey, Brian. Hey, T. Astro Train 2 short. That's my main beef for that. That was my main beef with it, too. It's not a leader. They sold it as a leader, and it's not. The Astro Train was missing stuff, but I don't mind, and I agree. He is a Voyager. I even saw the Siege Shockwave out of pack. And if you can get both of them like thrifting, like I think it's worth that. If I found another Siege Astro Train thrifting for like $12 or something, yeah, okay, he's worth $12. He's not worth 70. Hey, input. If Siege Astro Train kept its robot look, but had the look of the G1 train and shuttle, that would have been incredible. Yeah, honestly, I'm waiting for some KO company to take these molds and upsize them just a little bit. They don't have to be huge. I don't want a Commander class Astro Train or anything. I'm not one of those guys. But honestly, I would like for it to be a proper leader size. If you're saying leader, I want it to be a proper leader size. That's just me. In Legacy Blitzwing, thanks a lot. With triple changers, you have to expect kibble. Do you? Do you have to expect kibble? Because this guy's a triple changer, and he does not have a lot of kibble at all. The Astro Train does not have a lot of kibble at all. Generations Springer does not have a lot of kibble at all. So to say you got to expect kibble, I don't agree with that at all. Not even a little bit do I agree with that. That's a cop-out. No, it doesn't need kibble. Let's call a spade, right? Lazy Eyebrows Astro Train intermission clip using both molds. Hey, everyone. I didn't hear that. I hope, yeah, it's supposed to be leader. I hope that they change the price structure and they actually release him as a Voyager. But that's not what he has been slated to be. He has not been slated to be a Voyager. He's been slated to be a leader. And I hope that changes. I hope that wisdom prevails and he comes out as a Voyager as he should be. If that's the case, then he's a pretty good Blitzwing, right? It's all about the valuation in this case, right? Two alt modes suffer to accommodate both modes. Yes, sometimes. The new Blitzwing has hardly any movement with the arms too. America's Commander Wars Blitzwing for the win. Blitzwing could at least be, and I'd even think I might feel better if they'd chosen maybe a darker shade of beige, a different shade of beige. It's just the shade that they chose. The plastic looks cheap. It might not be, but it looks cheap to me. Hey, Haida. Just gotta say it again. They are small, but if you handled the Mechanic Studios triple changers, they are so good. I haven't, but I've heard good things. I was underwhelmed by the new Blitzwing. Those hands are not worth $20. I don't even know what the point of those hands are. Like, I would throw them in the garbage. They literally have no value. They serve no purpose. They add literally nothing. TR Blitzwing was amazing, and it was a Voyager. I'll wait for a I'll wait for the Legacy Blitzwing. That's an Earthrise Starscream repaint. Fair enough. I think I will just keep my Thrilling 30s Blitzwing. I like my Thrilling 30s. I did the shoulder fix. I think I explained it in a video how to do it. It's not hard, man. Thrilling 30 Springer, one of the best molds there ever was. And I stand by that. One of the best molds, that Springer, still to this day, one of the best they ever did. How high up? How high up am I here? Blitzwing. How high up is it? Did I miss, man? If I like it, then it's worth the price. No, Jay. See, that's the problem. That's exactly the problem. No. If you like it, it's not worth the price. It just means you're okay being played for a fool and a sucker. I hate to say it. I love you dearly. But no. And a lot of people say that. If I like it, it's worth it. No. It just means you're accepting being taken advantage of. It does not mean it's worth it. That's not true. Math determines if it's worth it. That's a fact. Those are facts and figures and numbers. And I guarantee you that Hasbro doesn't put 1 ounce of value into whether you like it or not. They have mathematical equations that are used to determine their maximum profit. What can we get away with? What will fans let us get away with? So no, that's not true. That's not how worth or value works. Even though people want to believe it, that's not how it works. There are measurable metrics, the cost of plastic, the cost of shipping. And I get that some of this went up. Don't get me wrong. But I've made the argument that before there was ever, 2020 and everything going sideways, the prices were too high. They were unreasonably raised beforehand. And now that they have to raise them, unfortunately, you've already made yourself too high in certain nations. Then you got the UK where prices have gone down. So it's not uniform. It's not a simple cut and dry thing, right? But no, I'm not going to support that. If I like it, then it's worth it. That's wrong. That's wrong. Can you unheadmaster the TR Blitz? I haven't bothered. I mean, I haven't looked into it. I don't know if you can. Maybe. I don't know. That's a fair question, though, Razor Bear. I'm not happy about the Blitzwing price, but I'll pick it up. Why? If you're not happy about the price, this is what I don't get with people. If you're not happy about the price, why are you picking it up? Send them the message that, no, this is too much. It's time for you to do better by fans. Don't pick it up. If you don't like the price, then don't get it. It's very simple. I don't like the price. I ain't getting it. If it goes on clearance or sale somewhere for a Voyager price, yeah, sure. Because I think it's worth that. I see that. I can see the plastic content. I can see that engineering is, let's be clear here. A Voyager was like Cyclonus. Do not tell me that this is any better than Cyclonus, because it's not. We all know it's not. Now, as I say all that, I could live to be surprised, because I was with Galvatron. I said, I don't think Galvatron's going to be a leader. And I got it. And his density and the complexity of the inner workings. And then when I put him on the scale and the mass was there, I was like, you know what? Color me wrong. The mass is there. The paint is there. The engineering is there. Yep. And maybe Blitzwing will be the same thing. But from what I'm initially seeing, that's not what I'm feeling. We'll see. But anywhere in that does me liking it have anything to do with the valuation. Whether I like it or dislike it's irrelevant. The metrics, that's what's relevant. It's not a Voyager. That's what the shirt says. Although maybe anyone else says it's not a leader. I'm definitely getting Blitzwing. I would quit before I complain about price increases. Why? Why would you quit before you complain about price increase? That makes no sense, Jay. That doesn't even make sense. I wonder what the next triple changer will be. Octane, probably. Sandstorm, maybe. I don't know. I don't think we need any. I'm happy with the ones we got, but I don't know. I don't know. I've heard a lot of people say that they'd like to have another broadside, a bigger broadside. Maybe I could see that. Maybe a commander broadside, or maybe at least a leader broadside. Maybe a commander broadside. Um, it looks like the new Blitzwing using engineering from DX9's Blitzwing. Well, I mean, they're stealing a lot of engineering these days. Well, it's not what's today's topic. We do the news here, DJ. There's, I got to get through the rest of the news because I've been here talking about Blitzwing for too long, and he's not that interesting or that good. We still have Earthrise in your area, right? Well, the price hike. I like that you talk as though that's new. Welcome to Canada, buddy. They went up in 2019. It's old news. I'm sick of these toys being stolen, shown off. Yeah, I'm sick of that too. Downsize the price. Downsize the price. Yeah, not even downsize the price. Here's the thing: don't downsize the price, but don't downsize what you've already established as the value for that price. Don't give me less for more, right? Like a few days ago, I mean, I was I put up. I said breaking Doritos, 5 less chips a bag. Price didn't go down. You're just getting 5 less chips. So in essence, the price has gone up because you're paying the same price for less product. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. So because he's not a headmaster, you are willing to pay the difference between Voyager and leader price. That one thing is enough for you to justify the difference between Voyager and leader. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even understand your thinking. I'm sorry. I don't understand any logic to that. Just saw the review of it. Well, I would never watch anything from a piece of garbage like that guy. So I'm going to remove this because I don't even want the letters here. Nothing personal, but I don't respect thieves, and I'm not having them here. Skywarp, Magnus 2-pack, a while back. If Legacy Blitzwing will still go for traditional leader prices in the US and it has sufficient mass, might be worth it. It'll all boil down to that mass. It doesn't look like it got a ton of paint. It looks like it's mostly purple plastic and beige plastic with paint highlights, but we'll see. We'll see. Because as I'm saying all of this, keep in mind, this is just my initial thoughts, my initial reactions. It could change. Absolutely could change. Going for more third party now. Jet mode looks stumpy. Yes, tank mode proportions look like Warpath. Yeah, I kind of, I guess. I don't know. I'm not. I don't. I buy everything, but I'm slowing way down because of Legacy's new pricing. Welcome to the club, Input. Been doing that for quite a while. Personally, I prefer selling a Voyager for a leader price, assuming it has decent gimmicks. What? I don't get that. Like, I don't. I don't get it. It's a triple changer. What makes a triple changer, DJ? This is a triple changer. The Generation's a triple changer. The Generation Springer, the Siege Springer, the Generations Sandstorm, Octane, Broadside, even Tidal Wave. What? Every one of them, a Voyager. Every single solitary one of them. Now, if this does have the mass, then okay. I'm going to be shocked if it does. I'm going to be shocked if there's 325 grams of plastic somewhere hidden inside there. Could happen. I'll be shocked if it does. I don't understand how a gimmick, which has already been established at a Voyager value, I don't understand why that exact same gimmick all of a sudden now to you warrants an extra, I don't know what it is in the States, $20? It's the exact same gimmick we've had numerous times, already established at a Voyager valuation. I don't understand why you would pay more for it now and say it's okay. Like, I need the math of what makes it all of a sudden jump from a Voyager to, I need the math. Maybe you don't. I do. Lots of buzz about the Legacy Blitzwing. Yeah, I'm sure people are loving it because people have addiction issues. I picked up Bulkhead for. I've heard the Bulkhead for $29.99. I've also heard the Bulkhead for $36.99. I think actually it was Jay who paid $36.99 for the Bulkhead. US. Only thing that looks good is bot mode. Yeah, the only thing that looks good is bot mode. Sovereign, I'm right there with you. Astro Train came with the boots, and Blitzwing comes with the gloves. Does that mean Octane will come with a helmet? Come with a toque. Come with a toque. If you don't know what a toque is, it's like a stocking hat, right? That's what we call it here in Canada. Hey, Brandon. Those Energon gloves are part of the reason they're trying to sell for leader. Oh, it is. Oh, absolutely, it is. Hey, Vector. Yeah, I mentioned those extra arms, those extra gloves. The biggest piece of garbage ever. Just say, man. Hey, Dalton. Let's see. The next triple changer looks like it would be a Rubik's Cube. Broadside with a decent plane mode. I agree. Don't like the Titans Return. I don't want Titans Return Blitzwing or Legacy, but if the Energon missiles for the Minosaur, I'm not getting Minosaur. Octane was my favorite of the Titans Return triple changers. My Octane got treated harsh because there's a lot of lumped up paint, and I don't expect him to last. I'm just waiting for the whole shoulder assembly to break off. Mine really suffered from some bad gloopy paint, unfortunately. Hasn't happened yet, but I'm waiting for it. Gives the unreleased Diaclone triple changer. I guess I could see that being done in selects. KO Dropkick that looked beautiful. I really hope third party can give us a tune accurate, upscale fit. Yes, I agree. For War for Cybertron in 86. The box I have done up for you has a few leaders, Voyagers, and Deluxes in it that you might like. I might. We go down here. It has been a while, Dalton, since I've seen you. Bulkhead. So was Bulkhead purposely released to the market early to try and get sales and input? It wasn't released early here. But again, like I said, my Walmarts have Wave 3 of Kingdom. Like you need a fossilizer, you need a Trax, you need a wing finger, because that's where we stopped, right? Deluxes in your area are still $19.99. I don't understand why they're $42.99 here then. I haven't had the fortune to find any in the wild though. Hey Joey, anyone seem interested in buying the Pterosaur upgrades? Amazing add-ons. Didn't even know there was Pterosaur upgrades. I don't know why they did that with legacy releases early. I really, really liked Astro Train despite the price. I wish he were cheaper, yeah, but the secondhand market wasn't getting any better. I don't get it. I don't understand the appeal with that. It was I still think Titans Return's better. To each their own. Can you imagine Mattel owned Transformers and we were got a hoverboard for Gigawatt? The Gigawatt was $60 here, and I didn't like it. More and more, there's a lot. I don't think they're getting better. Honestly, I don't think as a company they're getting better. I'm less and less impressed, but maybe part of that is because of the pricing, and that's what rings through my head. As soon as I see something, I'm like, boom, where's my value? I'm to each their own, right? We got to get through the rest of the news because I've spent a lot of time on this lackluster Blitzwing that I'm unimpressed with at this time. That might change, but right now, epic fail for me, honestly. Epic fail. Speaking of legacy, you want to know the faith that those that aren't blind fans have in legacy? None. Word is, and this little piece of news kind of went by the wayside, and because I didn't hear anybody talking about it, word is that there was a concept, a proof of concept, and an idea for a legacy series that was pitched to Netflix, and Netflix rejected it. They weren't particularly impressed with the feedback that the War for Cybertron trilogy had, because fans, being fans, can't like anything and have to complain about everything. yeah, I mean, it's a cartoon. It's not Shakespeare, right? You're not going to get what you want. It's a cartoon. Um, so they opted not to even bother to do legacy, and they looked at the character models, they looked at what was going on, and they rejected it. They're not invested. They're invested in, again, facts and numbers. They're invested what's going to bring people in to buy the into our platform. What is going to get high ratings and high watch time, and they don't have faith that the legacy will do that. That says a lot to me. It's unfortunate, but that says a lot to me. Apparently, that news came from War for Cybertron showrunner FJ DeSantos. That's where I heard that news from. So take that with a grain of salt, because I'm only reporting what came to my ears from my sources. I do trust my sources, though. XM Studios showed off their bust of Optimus Prime and Megatron. It's the head and shoulders and like the torso. No arms. Looks a little weird. I like the Optimus better than the Megatron. The Megatron face seems like it's smiling to me, but like there's no teeth. It's there's something garbled about the Megatron face to me. The Optimus looks real good. I'm not a bust guy, but in terms of a piece of art, real good, high end paint, real something special. We saw why does the red line continue the way it continues? We saw Red Galvatron, who comes with a number of hands, some blast effects, and I'll say like the grid wall behind him for when I guess he's like changing. And we also saw Red Shockwave, who comes with a version of Megatron in pistol mode, as well as some hands and some blast effects. And then I saw the feedback for both of these where people said they're not going to scale with anything. We already have a Galvatron that scales, being the like Kingdom one, and its other versions, which are all tremendous, really something special and tremendous. And we already have a Shockwave that scales, being the Siege one. So these red releases make no sense. Why don't they do things like Action Masters or Alpha Trion or some of the other characters that don't transform? Red would be ripe for quintessons, right? So I hear what people are saying, and I agree with them. I don't see the point of doing this Galvatron or this Shockwave. They look great. In my experience, I don't like the feel of the plastic and the materials that's used for it, but maybe you do. And if you do, cool. I did hear one guy say that he likes the red line because he's always struggled with the transformations. He's never really been able to pull them off. He just doesn't have that dexterity or whatever. So he's happy with them just being in robot mode. For somebody like that, for a very specific collector like that, yeah, the red line's probably great for him. They're all the same size, basically, but the red line's probably great for them. I think the strength with the red line is the sculpting and the paint. No doubt about it. What else do we have here? We also saw images of Beast Wars K9 and Cyber Shark. I always thought Cyber Shark was a little odd. Neat, but odd. K9, I like K9, so I'm happy to see him getting a release as well. It was nice. I saw them. It was a little dose of nostalgia to the days when I worked in the toy department and saw them on the shelves, stocked them on the shelves in Walmart. So it was nice to see that because it took me back to, 19, 20, 21 years old. What else do we have here as we go down? We got bios for the Lost Bots team. This, of course, is Burgertron, who's the leader of the team. Kick Me, who's loves sports and is a soccer ball. Dimlit, who's not very smart and he's a flashlight, right? Get it? Dimlit instead of dimwit. Bonsai, who turns into a bonsai tree, and I think she's a ninja. And what was the other one? Oh, Clog Stopper, who I think might be like a plunger or something. They're weird. They're going to be one of the main teams in BotBots that premieres, I believe, tomorrow on Netflix. And I think Netflix accepted that over Legacy because BotBots is something completely different, and it's going for a completely different market. We'll see how it goes. Speaking of BotBots, apparently there's like 75 characters coming out that's going to be part of the Ruckus Rally. A number of sets. I think they might already be up on Amazon in the US, if I'm not mistaken, for pre-order. And they turn into things like French fries and waffles and like a wet floor sign. I'm not really the one that I don't get is the bots that turn into food items, like Burgertron. It's like a hamburger is made out of beef and bread and like lettuce and tomato. I don't understand how robotics get in there and cause that to stay together when it turned to a robot. I don't know. Maybe they'll explain it in the show. Maybe they won't. But the ones that turn into food are the ones that like I don't get. I don't get. But I'm kind of looking forward to bots at the same time. We saw Sludge. We saw images of him kind of going through his transformation from Takara. Love it. Looks bonkers. Those legs look wild. The way that they are going to transform look wild. I don't think it's going to be your typical Sludge transformation. I'll be very interested to see how it works out. We also saw the packaging for it. Not a big fan, man, of these packages that you can't see what's inside the box. Like, I'm not. I want Sludge, but I can guarantee you I will not leave the store until the box has been opened and I can see what's inside and see, yeah, okay, nothing is broken or anything. Okay. I'm not willing to leave the store. I'm not willing to pay for it until they've opened, and I'm going to get them to open the box and you have to show it to me. I'm not going to do it. You have to do it. Because I don't support, again, I don't support the packaging. But I do think the art looks cool on it, even though he's fighting a bunch of Sharkticons. I don't know. I guess it's as good as anything else to fight. Why not? What else do we have here? We saw some concept art for Cyberverse Slug. The concept art looks great. His character model looked great. The figure that came out, not so much. MP Crosscut, we saw packaging images for. If you like the skids or the other red one, whatever that's called, I can't remember what that one's name is now. I mean, it's crosscut, right? It's gray silver skids. So if you like it, cool. I don't really know the character, so I kind of don't care. Trumpeter putting out a Soundwave and Ravage, which look pretty good. Though in one of the pictures, the hands on the Soundwave look exceptionally small for some weird reason, and I don't know why that would be. Looks really good. These are kind of fairly easy to assemble pre-painted model kits. Not going to transform, but quite nice and posable. Pretty fun looking. Also a kit for the Bumblebee movie RC. So Bumblebee movie, Ravage and Soundwave, Bumblebee movie RC. They previously did a Bumblebee and Blitzwing and Cliff Jumper, and those have been pretty successful and considered enjoyable. They're not huge kits; they're fairly small, handleable. From what I understand, the price is palpable if you like putting models together, and apparently they're pretty stable. So I don't know a lot about them, but I do like what I see from Trumpeter. What else do we have here? The Micro Machines images sets are kind of coming out. We already know the play set. That's that Bumblebee that turns into the actual garage. We also then have sets, I suppose we'll call it, for Revenge of the Fallen and the 07 movie. So it's interesting. They're definitely going with the movie aesthetic stuff there. Cool, I guess, if that's what you like. Silver Streak out in the US. Our buddy Anthony from H&E Games, he already has it. I know that for sure. I don't know who else has that Silver Streak. I don't need Silver Streak because I don't have any connection to Silver Streak, to that blue version. Looks great. Interestingly, they're not using the Blue Streak Prowl version of the mold for it. It's a repaint of the smokescreen version of the mold. And it's okay. Like, it looks great. The blue looks pretty phenomenal. The silver on it looks phenomenal. Looks really good. I got nothing against it. I think it's really good, and I like the mold. I just don't need that mold. Here's the thing. I don't need that mold for $42.99. Right? That's the thing. You want to sell it to me for $20? Cool. Yeah, I'd pick it up, but I'm not doing it for $42.99. That's how I mean when I say, like, you price yourself out the market. The value is not there, man. Newage. Legacy Wave 1 out in the US. We already know that. Newage showed off their Dark of the Moon masterpiece scaled Megatron. Now, this one has some updates from the first one that they showed. They listened to fan feedback. Listening to fans. Who knew? Who knew a company would listen to fans? So it's going to stand about 31 centimeters tall. It's going to have a broader head. It's going to have lower set shoulders. It's going to be. It's going to have rubber tires. That's going to have a worn paint, like I guess, a battle damage type of look to it. It's going to come with an opening mouth now. It's going to come with Igor, his shotgun, his cloak, his chain. I mean, the whole nine. Alien Attack put out one, and apparently that thing is atrocious to transform. Looks great, but apparently that's about it. I think Newage, if they can pull off a success after the kind of regarded failure of Alien Attack, and I don't know if it's a failure, I don't have it, I don't want it. But I know that there are some that consider that a failure because it's too finicky. If Newage can pull this off with something less finicky and rewarding at the MP level, I think it's going to be a knockout blow to Alien Attack. We'll see. And I could believe Newage could do it because Newage is a phenomenal company with their engineering. Really, really like what they do. YOLO Park showed off another image of their Optimus Prime. Yeah, we get it. It looks really cool, man. It's beautiful. Okay, I get it, man. I get it. Let's see. What else did we see here? Oh, for Velocitron. So we know that we are going to be getting, and Velocitron is going to be a subline of Legacy that apparently is going to be exclusive to Walmart. We're going to get a Road Rocket. I assume that's going to be a reuse of the RC mold, since I'm not remotely interested in getting that RC because it looks nothing like Prime RC in the slightest. Since I'm skipping it there, maybe I'll get it for Road Rocket. Happy we're getting Burnout. Again, a Diaclone nod, right? If you don't know who Burnout is, it's basically black skids, right? He's a black color with some red highlights, but it's skids. Clampdown, I've heard that the Clampdown is going to be the Earth mode, Sideswipe / Red Alert from Kingdom. Cosmos, that was a surprise to me. I'm not sure how he fits on Velocitron, but whatever. We'll see. And I'm interested to see what it looks like. And Blur, I don't know if this is a release of like the 86, kind of like how Cup was in Buzzworthy with some paint changes. Maybe the Blur will be released here with some paint changes or something. I don't know. That's a bit of a weird one for sure. But, it is what it is, right? Yeah, so we got all that. I'm kind of digging the Velocitron, some of the Velocitron offerings. TFCon Toronto, not LA this time, Toronto. They have announced that Doug Parker is going to be in attendance. For those who don't know, Doug Parker is the voice of Pterosaur. So he's going to be one of the guests. Not very often that I hear of Doug making the rounds. So it's kind of nice that he's going to be in Toronto for that one. And let's see, what else? We have some new listings for movie 7. Smash Changer junk. It's going to be $31.50 US. As soon as I hear Smash Changer, I'm like, okay, that's throwaway garbage. Bumblebee Movie 7 Hurricane for $15.99. I feel like this is either a gimmick thing or it's going to be a new character. Maybe it'll be one of the Terracons in the movie or something. I don't know who or what Hurricane is, but for $15.99, I'm thinking maybe core class of some sort. I don't know. I'm not sure what that one is. Bumblebee Evergreen Deluxe 3-pack for $62.99. I don't know, man. I feel like that these are going to be some of the Cyberverse Deluxes in a 3-pack. I don't know about that, man. And a Legacy multi-pack for basically $74 US. A Legacy multi-pack, I've heard of it. I've heard that we're going to be getting a toy accurate version of Pterosaur. I've heard that we may in that pack get Goldbug, and I feel like a couple of like lesser molds, but I feel like the stars of that 2-pack will be the toy accurate Pterosaur. So if you missed the one from Amazon, there's your chance to get the mold, I guess, and Goldbug, which I presume will be the Earthrise Cliffjumper mold again. But it makes sense because I thought that mold, I've been saying all along, that mold would fit at least some of the throttle bots. So I'm not hateful against it. And then we had the reveals, I suppose, so to speak, leaks, if you will, Deluxe Wave 4 that is slated for January 1st, 2023. I'm sure it'll come out in November. Something in the US, it'll come out in probably November. Wave 4 apparently has, it says Cheetor PR and it says Wheeljack PR. Now, the supposition is that it will be a Cheetor, I assume a Kingdom Cheetor repack, and a Wheeljack repacked again. But I don't know about that. There's something that makes me think PR means Prime. Maybe it's Prime Wheeljack. Or maybe it'll be the Wheeljack mold in Prime colors with a new head. I wouldn't support that. I don't think that's the right way to do it. Do a proper Prime Wheeljack. Then somebody, I think it was Maximal 10, said, yeah, but Cheetor wasn't in Transformers Prime. No, you're right. Neither were Laserback or Vertebrake or Ripclaw. Neither was Cup. Neither was Ironhide. Neither was Skywarp. There was a dude that I can't remember his name now, but he turned into like a tiger or something. And he was a Voyager. He wasn't in the show. So like Prime's not adverse to putting out aesthetic versions of fan favorite characters that never actually appeared in the show. I could believe a Cheetor could be done. We'll see though. Breakdown is going to be part of Wave 4 apparently, and then Twin Cast, which is going to be, I assume, a recolor of the Kingdom. Now, here's what gets me. So I got the Kingdom. Actually, I had 2 versions of the Kingdom, and both of them cost me $40. $40. Okay, I get it. I understand. I wish that Voyagers were still $29.99 like they should be. But you know what? Stuff has happened. It's gone up to $39.99. I understand. I paid $40 for it. Now, since then, we jumped to $44.99. Some places $49.99 for Voyager. And with Legacy, it's going to jump a third time to $54.99. Please, 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 somebody tell me right now, how is a repaint of Blaster, just a repaint that I paid $40 for, suddenly, all of a sudden, now worth another $15? I need that. What has changed that much that makes it worth that, right? That's where I'm to, and that's what I need with that. And that's exactly what I was talking about with the Blitzwing. I don't hate it. Don't misquote me. Don't take my position. I don't hate it. I feel like it could be a passable Voyager. I'm really skeptical about it being a leader. And I don't like the beige. The beige was darker. We have a dark, rich purple on that. I think a rich beige would have just been a nice match. That's just me. And something got to be done about that visor. It's a little too long. Now I'm going to do the trivia. I'm going to check in with you guys because I know I've missed a bunch of stuff there. I really wanted to get through the news. And then we'll do the unboxing and get out of here. The trivia tonight. In the 5 Faces of Darkness, the Quintessons make the Decepticons an offer. The starving Decepticons. They offer them Energon so that the Decepticons can go and attack the Autobots on the planet Goo. All of the Decepticons, except for one. There's one who does not accept the offer. Is the one who rejects it A, Blitzwing? Is it B, Astrotrain? Is it C, Octane? Or is it D, Motormaster? Who rejects the Quintessons offer? Blitzwing, Astrotrain, Octane, or Motormaster? I'm going to scroll up. And when I check in with you guys here, we'll do the this week's unboxing and get out of here. And I'm definitely going to miss some stuff because I'm just going to miss some stuff. Would have been nice for Action Masters. Maybe Jackpot would have come with a decent head. Oh, man, I'm with you. I'm right there with you. GotBot wants K9 to repaint as Tessatron. Oh, that would be so good. I would love that. Oh, it could turn to the Tessa Bear. I'd love that. Hold on. How high up here do I have to go? Hey, BS Prime. Okay, so about here. Let's see. People checking stuff. People checking. Check again later. Good luck, by the way, DJ, and you're checking. I hope it works out for everybody. Amazon ships skids today. I hope you enjoy it. I want a new series. Got my friend's bulk from Target, and it was $29.99. Hey, EC. Not Julie in the house. Got Legacy RC, almost Light Cycle. War for Cybertron, I feel, was too short. Yes, DJ. They had to rush through stuff. They're trying to fit too much story in 6 episodes. I think each season probably should have been 10, and we could have had a better pace that way. I think anyway. But I'm right there with you, man. No wonder Netflix rejected the Legacy pitch. The War for Cybertron trilogy show was almost unwatchable. I can't say that. I love the War for Cybertron show. I thought it was great. Like, it baffles me and cracks me up when people are like, War for Cybertron was almost unwatchable. I love Unicron trilogy. That's unwatchable. That is no. Bad Hasbro, bad Takara. They deserve a slap on the hand for that. We have had better. Let's be realistic. The best fiction that there's ever been, not saying you like the aesthetics, not saying you like the characters or anything like that, but in terms of care and quality of story, the best fiction ever has been Beast Wars and Prime. That's the best fiction. That's the benchmark that everything else is measured by. And I love G1. I'm a G1 guy, but I'm not going to lie and say G1 is amazing fiction. It's not. It has a lot of bad scripts. It's just nostalgia. Not right what Target did to Jay. I agree. Should have not transforming characters in the first place. Red is the biggest waste of time and money. I agree. And we're all paying for it. Trust me when I tell you that. He scans for $29.99 now. Took him back and bought him again yesterday. That's a good idea, Jay. Red is such waste of potential. I agree. Predagon Wolfgang would be perfect for, yes, Wolfgang would be perfect for Tessitron. You're right. The only red I want is Starscream. Nah, I don't even want Starscream. Would have been nice for Action Masters. BotBots are fun. They're quirky. They're interesting. BotBot Hamburger and Necromancy. I really hope we get 2 other Dinobots. Okay. Well, Swoop is confirmed. I just hope that we get news about Snarl. But Swoop is happening. I just wish they transform more. There's BotBots that turn into Poop and a Plunger. Good grief. Oscar Mayer vehicle transformer. That'd be an interesting one. These windowless boxes I'm not a big fan of the windowless boxes. I'm so overhyped for Sludge. His transformation looks super fun and different. I agree. For once, Nate, I'm right there with you. Only red worth it was Megatron in his transition colors. I saw that. It was interesting looking. It's not for me, but it's interesting looking. Can't get into Bayverse bots. That's fair. I mean, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. Red reformatting Megatron was cool. Beast Wars, Ravage, Nightbird. Yeah, Beast Wars, Ravage, Nightbird, Quintessence, Alphatron. All of that would make sense. Silver Streak is blue. Blue Streak is silver. Yeah, I get that. That's the joke. $50 BotBots for the cheapest set is ridiculous. There's 30 in there, so I guess you're paying less than $2 a BotBot. So I guess it depends on how you look at it. I think it's 30 in there. I could be wrong about that, because I'm not a BotBots guy, right? Unique Toys has a Dark of the Moon Megatron coming eventually, and Unique Toys, I mean, Challenger, Peru Kill, they might slay it, man. Using the movie Rescue Ratchet in red and white, Shredder's Collector's Ratchet. That's fair. Clamp Down Black Convoy. I thought Kingdom was done. Kingdom is done, but it's never really done, right? Velocitron line only. Boxing 1 Cosmos is an absolute joke. It's another Netflix Bumblebee mess. Maybe. I like my Generations Cosmos, so I'm not exactly jumping to buy a new one because that's a fantastic Cosmos. Where's Override? Override is a Voyager that's coming out. That's confirmed blue. Again, I don't care, but it's coming. Cosmos is supposedly based on the Warpath mold. Weird. I could see it though. Heard the blur was from Unicron trilogy. Yeah, I figured that would be the case. Keep it. Not interested. Override is supposed to be based on the SS Hot Rod mold. Well, then it's not a Voyager and I'm not getting it. It's really simple. Oh, yeah. Hurricane is a G2. Right. Yes, Hurricane. I forgot that you're right. Oh, heavens to Betsy. You're right. Blur with RID mold. Override is a hot rod mold. I tried the red Starscream accessories. They don't fit Earthrise mold. That's too bad. Cosmos might share some engineering with Warpath. Are you having fun? She has headphones in and she's dancing, so I guess she's having fun. Aftermarket's robbery. Aftermarket's only robbery if you're somebody who pays aftermarket prices. I don't advise you to either. Refresh of Earthrise Soundwave is the smartest release they've done in a while. They re-released them? I didn't even know that. Has anyone collected Generation toy version of movie characters? Generation's toys version? Not really, no. Wish Hasbro isn't incapable of making a good bot. Let's see. Fairpoint. We have a C from Alexander. We have a C from Maximal 10. Guys all saying C. Let's see. Nah. An A. Blitzwing. Starscream. Blitzwing. Yeah, it was Blitzwing. The answer was Blitzwing. He's the one who was like, hey, guys, I'm not going to take the Energon. I'd rather starve. I don't even remember why he did that, but he did. Let's see. KO Wheeljack for $34.99. That's true and sounding. Okay. So let's get into the unboxing first. So I'm pretty happy with this. It was a bit of a chore to do this, but let me grab this. Bit of a chore to do this, but the first thing tonight to unbox is this. It is a Generation Selects box. Yes, it is one of those boring Generation Selects boxes, but inside we have Nightstick and our buddy Artfire, and I went through 3 retailers and 2 different pre-orders to finally get this guy. I adore this mold. The mass is Voyager. The paint is actually surprising how much is on this. The engineering is great. The articulation is great. You got the mass. You got the paint. You got the articulation. You got all of those metrics that are needed for the value. Plus, you got this little lad and 4 blast effects. We are going to look at this set, and we're going to see the comparison, for example, with Inferno tomorrow. Not going to be a long review. Doesn't need to be a long review. We know this mold. We know I like it, but we're going to give it its due diligence tomorrow on the channel. Then we get to something a little more interesting that our buddy Joe sent to us. And what Joe sent to us was this here envelope. And in this envelope, we had a number of things. And I'm going to get them here now so I can sort of talk to you a little bit about them. So we're going to put that there. Throw that there, and I'm going to grab this guy. This is our buddy Trax, which a lot of people don't like. I love the guy, but I don't have the QC issues that a lot of people have had. The one thing that did bug me about this guy is the hollow arms, and now those are fixed. I'm going to end up reviewing this. Not only are they fixed, but it's actually quite functional the way that they are fixed. Along with that set, we also have these itty-bitty tiny clips that are meant to go on the front shin piece to hold the side of the leg in. The problem is these don't stay on. These are designed really poorly. They don't work. The only way to get them to work is if you want to put glue on your guy. Even then, I guess it depends on if the glue is strong enough so it doesn't pull off. This is a nice idea, and I can see a lot of people wanting to buy the set of these and those forearms for these, saying, oh my goodness, I need the legs to hold. This is a failure. this is a bad design, unfortunately. I was going to use it with Road Rage because while my Trax is fine, my Road Rage does have the issue. These don't work. That's unfortunate. But then we get to what I'm excited about. And that's another couple of, actually, I'll get to these first. I have here some toy hacks for Trailbreaker. I'm not going to use them all because I'm not really a stickers guy, but man, oh man, the things you can add here for truck mode are really, really special. So I'll take a look at these up and coming. I'm not the toy hacks guy by any stretch of the imagination, but I'll take a look at the set and let you know what I think about what I add. And interestingly, and I haven't had a chance to even look at this in the daylight yet. That's how busy I've been. I have not been able to look at this in the daylight. A toy hack set for Sunstreaker that apparently is a better color match than the paint on him. I guess I'll see. I guess I will see. I can't say it yet. I don't know because I have yet to be able to see it in the daylight. Then we get to the last thing. And the last thing is what excites me the most here. It is two things. First, it's this set. And this set has a number of little black pieces. These go in the back of the legs and the back of the arms of Kingdom Legacy Blaster. And, of course, his two horn things. I have one in his hand currently. Nice set. Nice set. Little tricky putting the arm ones in. I had to take one back out. But then that brings me to the very last thing. And I didn't think I was going to like this very last thing, but color me surprised because I really do. We'll look at this, I guess, next week. I'll probably look at the two upgrade sets like in one video. But it's, I'm going to open this so I can actually show it to you. But it's this. This has a little peg here, and it can go in and it wraps around the arm so that it's, I think it's this way. No, it's this way. Yeah, no, it's this way. And it wraps around the arm of Blaster. It fills in his forearm. It fits in the hole on his arm. It wraps around. It is a tremendously close color match. Really, really well done set. And you can leave it on robot mode and his cassette player mode. Totally fills in the arm. Very, very functional. Really, really well done set. Really well done set. Which is interesting because the guy or the company that done those arms are the same ones that done the arm fillers and the little clips for tracks. I think their bread and butter is what they do with arm upgrades, because that little leg upgrade was nothing great, but the arm upgrades are great. So upgrade kits, toy hack sets, Artfire, and Nightstick, who I'm not going to use as Nightstick. I'll explain that tomorrow as well. As a matter of fact, I'm going to clear up the whole mess about Nightstick and Fracas and Nebulon and even the one that I'm going to have him be. You'll see. You'll see tomorrow. It'll be all cleared up for you, man. I think the review is, I don't know, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. What a great way to start off your Friday. Anyway, ladies, gentlemen, what I think it should be for Legacy. What do you think should be for Legacy Blue? Dare I ask what you think should be for Legacy? Pinpointer would be great. I'd rather have painted instead sticker for my beam barricade. Okay, just wondering, looking for one. Pass on tracks. Shouldn't. Well, I guess they shouldn't. My tracks, I'm lucky. I didn't have not one issue with them. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I love that you came by. Even though I grumbled a lot, or hopefully I actually didn't really grumble, but more explain my thinking about why I'm, as of right now, passing on the Blitzwing. I need to see a lot more value for money for me to get it. Besides that, I like a lot of the news coming out. I'm excited for a few of the Legacy listings, especially the Velocitron stuff. We'll see. Great pickups. Anyway, ladies, gentlemen, I'm going to get out of here. I've been out here a long time. We had a lot to cover where we missed that extra day. Love each and every single one of you. Thank you for coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. You can check us out on Patreon. You can see what we offer to you through spring. Or, of course, you can hit the join button right here on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And that somehow, some way, each and every day, you do make a difference. You're special and you do make a difference. And I look forward, man, to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit. Either right here in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres or the old-fashioned way, baby, inside the, as I go down here, videos.